We have to include the top stories of this hour, and then we'll speak to our guests.
Yeah.
PSL का मेला सज गया। माजी के अजीम बॉलर सर कर्टली एम्ब्रोस, कमेंटेटर बैरी विल्किंसन और मारूफ एम्पायर साइमन टॉफल आज हैं जियो पाकिस्तान के मेहमान।
वज़ीर-ए-आज़म इमरान खान ने महंगाई को हुकूमती कोताही का नतीजा करार दिया, लेकिन उनके वज़ीर का महंगाई की जिम्मेदारी सूबाई हुकूमतों पर डालने की समझ से बालातर है।
और दुबई में पाकिस्तानी सेल्समैन की लॉटरी निकल आई। 18 लाख दिरहम के बदले कार जीत ली। बेंटले कार जीती एक्चुअली। सो वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट दैट। उनको मुबारकबाद दे देंगे हम, लेकिन अभी हम जो है
बाकी भी सारी चीज़ें हैं, लेकिन ऑब्वियसली कर्टली एम्ब्रोस को हम कैसे भूल सकते हैं, और बाकी जो हमारे पास आए हुए हैं। फर्स्ट अप, आई वुड लव टू आस्क यू हाउ डज इट फील टू बी इन पाकिस्तान एंड यू नो द होल एंटायर PSL which has been going on outside Pakistan for a while now. It's back and you with it.
Yeah, of course. It's nice to know that cricket is finally being played in Pakistan. Yes. You know, the Pakistanis have suffered for many years without any cricket here. So one of the reasons I'm here is to promote, to let guys know that it's safe to come to Pakistan to play cricket. And I'm quite happy to know that cricket has been played here again.
Awesome.
So do you see any change? You have been here many times as well to play cricket when you used to play, but now you're here
after a very long time.
After a very long time. So do you see any difference around you?
It has changed quite a bit from when I first came here way back. That's a long time ago. But it has improved quite a lot. I mean, the people are very passionate about cricket still.
Yes, and that's one thing which is constant.
Yes, and they love West Indians. So I'm quite happy to be here.
I'm very tempted to ask you, you haven't grown any taller since then, since the last time you were here,
no,
because you're so tall.
Actually, I'm going down as I get older. You tend to shrink a little bit. You know?
But let's not talk about being old here.
Giant, you remember?
Yes, I remember that term as well for you. So welcome, that is absolutely great. You didn't?
No, I didn't get him out.
You scared him a lot.
It was time for him to
The
go.
Australians, you know, they weren't quite happy with him, I was told, because they say he shouldn't really rattle the big fella.
Since you're talking about Australians, Simon Toffel is with us.
Exactly. Why don't we ask him how
So
they
it
must
was
have
right
felt at
after
that
when
time.
you started actually umpiring, after a year after this incident.
I started actually officially starting my umpiring career in 91, 92.
All right.
At Premier cricket, great cricket level, but I didn't start doing internationals till about 97 was my first one-dayer.
But you have been the greatest in the history of world cricket now, and we're so honoured to have you here. How does it feel to be here? And one thing which is very important to mention here, that Simon Toffel has been a part of that entourage. जब Sri Lankan team पर हमला हुआ था, he was there in that caravan, in that bus, and it's been almost after 11 years that you have made it back to Pakistan.
Sad day, 11 years ago roughly, that we went round Liberty Roundabout and we had that terrible incident involving the Sri Lankan team bus and also the match officials team, and unfortunately people in our vehicle died that day, and that's very unfortunate. So I come back to Pakistan with sort of mixed emotions, mixed feelings. I'm very pleased to be back here in a safe environment and one that requires constant vigilance, but it's great to be part of, you know, cricket does amazing things. It brings people together. You know, look at this stage, you know, we've got a businessman, we've got a commentator, we've got a fast bowler and an umpire talking about cricket and actually celebrating what the game has got to offer. I think that's one of the great things that our game needs to celebrate.
An important thing is that you guys are not confined to the hotels or the stadiums. You guys are here in studios, roaming around, having fun.
It's quite an honour for us also to have you here and get a chance to informally talk with you. And you know,
we're going shopping next, is that right?
Oh yes. I'm sure Dr. Gasha is going to take care of it.
Okay, so Simon, we are very curious to ask you. Obviously, there has to be a friendship, but also a competition, a competitive streak. We have Aleem Dar here. How do you feel about that? Are you going to be meeting?
Look, great relationships with people like Aleem Dar, and I just met Richard Illingworth this morning in the hotel ahead of the PSL match tonight. Richard's very keen to perform well, and you know, that's a great message here, is that cricket needs 3 teams to actually have a great contest. And Curtly and I were talking about the old rivalries many years ago where you might come to places like Pakistan, and part of the challenge was the officiating environment. And today we've got a great elite panel of umpires that travel the world. Roshan Mahanama, a good friend of mine who's match refereeing tonight. You know, that's that bond of friendship and camaraderie that transcends our game and as part of the global
nature. It gives a great message to the world as well that Pakistan is now safe for everybody to be with, to be here, and for cricket as well, and to cricket fans as well. And another.
यहाँ मैं उर्दू में एक चीज़ ज़रूर कहना चाहूँगी हमारे फैंस को, क्योंकि जो देख रहे हैं और क्रिकेट लवर्स हैं और बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्साइटमेंट हुई है। सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि देखिए इनमें भी आपस में कोई आपको कंपटीशन नहीं नजर आएगा। एट द एंड इट्स ऑल अबाउट दोस्ती। तो लिहाजा वो जो हमारी टीम है ना, हम कहते हैं जी पाकिस्तान है, हर टीम में पाकिस्तानी है, PSL की हम बात कर रहे हैं, तो आपकी फेवरेट टीमें ज़रूर होंगी, लेकिन अगर ना भी जीते हैं तो दूसरी टीम पकड़ लें। मतलब लोग तो अपनी है ना,
टीम बदल लिया करें। At the end, it's all about Pakistan, it's all about cricket. So this is your first time here, right? No, second time.
I came in October with Michael Holding to promote the Omar Sana Foundation.
All right.
And also to do similar like what Curtly is doing, have a guest appearance, give the entire world the confidence that it's safe to be back here watching or commentating cricket. So it's been within 5 months and I've absolutely loved every minute of it. And thank you for speaking to me in English because my Urdu is not too hot.
We were going to test you, but now that you have said that, all right. But we heard your ek do teen. Yeah. So that's good enough.
No,
he's really good at it.
He's a seasoned guy, so don't compare me.
That's very important. But thank you guys so much for coming here because you are doing an awesome job. I do want to go to Dr. Kashif Ansari. Dr. साहब ज़बरदस्त आपने की है कि क्या-क्या आप लोग लाए, legends हैं of the game और पाकिस्तानी कौम को इतने सालों बाद एक तो अपने ही stars देखने को मिल रहे हैं और फिर legends भी आ जाएं, तो फिर तो ये मज़ा दुबाला है।
जी बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, बहुत ज़रूरी है ये, क्योंकि जो कुछ पाकिस्तान ने मेरे लिए किया है उसका 1% भी अगर मरने से पहले मैं अदा कर दूं तो शायद मैं खुश नसीब होऊंगा।
काश आपकी तरह सभी लोग सोचते हैं।
और हकीकत है ये कोई डायलॉग नहीं है। जिस मुल्क ने आपको मुफ्त में डॉक्टर बनाया हो, जिस मुल्क ने आपको शनाख्त दी हो, जिस मुल्क ने आपको सर उठाने का मौका दिया हो, जिस मुल्क ने आपको वो तालीम दी हो जिसके लिए लोग करोड़ों रुपए का कर्ज लेते हैं, पूरी दुनिया में डॉक्टरी की जिस तरह से है, पाकिस्तान में हम फ्री में डॉक्टर बने। आज अगर जो कुछ भी हमारे पास है माँ बाप की दुआओं के बाद इस मुल्क का दिया हुआ है, तो ये तो 1% भी अदा नहीं हुआ, अभी तो बहुत बड़ा सफर बाकी है। इंशाल्लाह जब तक पाकिस्तान की जरूरत पड़ेगी हम मौजूद हैं।
आप करते रहते हैं ये सारा का, जाहिर है you are almost friends with all these people around the globe. आप पूरी दुनिया में ट्रैवल करते हैं, लोगों से मिलते हैं, क्रिकेट एंथुसियास्ट हैं, तो क्रिकेटर्स से और एम्पायर्स इस फील्ड से जुड़े लोगों से मुलाकात होती है। अब लोग सिंस क्रिकेट इज बैक टू नाउ कंट्री, जो टाइम हमने सफ़र किया, लोग क्या समझते हैं? अब लोग पाकिस्तान आना चाहते हैं, लोग पाकिस्तान में क्रिकेट को बढ़ता हुआ देखना चाहते हैं।
बहुत, पूरी दुनिया के क्रिकेटर्स यहाँ आना चाहते हैं, पूरी दुनिया की क्रिकेट टीमें यहाँ आना चाहती हैं। सियासी वजूहात, मीडिया के अंदर आने वाली चीज़ें जो ऊपर नीचे होती रहती हैं,
other influences
and we have nothing to do with that. What we need to do is focus on our own country. We need to focus on our cricket. We need to focus on our own culture and make things better and look better, because they are better than hundreds and thousands of other places to play cricket. And that's the message I want to take to the rest of the world.
तो बड़ा हम agree कर रहे हैं आपकी बातों के साथ और बड़ी ही खुशी है एक्चुअली कि आप लेके आए, आप वापस आए और ये जो जज्बा है यही हम इंस्टिल करना चाहते हैं, हमारी कौम में भी है। लेकिन somehow पिछले कुछ सालों से बड़ा कट ऑफ सी फीलिंग हो रही थी, अब जो है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अब बिल्कुल ही हम लगता है कि दुनिया के साथ इंक्लूडेड है।
अच्छा, I want Sir Curtly Ambrose to revisit 2nd April 1988. Correct me if I'm wrong. You had your test debut here in Pakistan?
No, I played against Pakistan in the Caribbean.
All right, so against Pakistan?
Yeah, against Pakistan in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So you got a flavor of the Pakistanis, you know how they play and how they are.
Well, I didn't have a very good
impression.
Couple of games.
Okay.
You know, and but I learned over the years, and it was a very, very keenly fought series. As a matter of fact, most people thought Pakistan played the better cricket. But you know, we were in our backyard. We're not going to relinquish our title. So
obviously.
It ended 1-1. You know, but Pakistan had a very good team. Imran Khan was the captain.
Yeah.
He was the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Hope we get a chance to meet him before he leave.
Hopefully.
Do you look forward to seeing him?
You know, young Wazimako. I had a fantastic team. So did the West Indians. So it was a very, very hard-fought series.
So when was the first time that you actually came here?
Pakistan, 1990.
1990.
Yeah.
All right.
2 years after your debut.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, but I'm very curious, and actually, to be very honest, I'm getting these messages that please ask Sir Curtly Ambrose to raise his arm so that we can actually see how batsmen would be so scared of him, you know, when he would be charging with the ball. We are very curious. We actually do have a ball here. We perhaps will get it, but in any case,
get it in some time,
because I know that you're so tall, you're almost Oh my God, that would really scare people.
Or you can almost touch our studio lights.
For Eid and Bakra Eid, by the time you sight the moon, the ball has already struck your wickets. That's how it is, right?
You are just आप देख ही रहे हैं कि अभी किधर से आ रहा है. No wonder कि एक दहशत थी इनकी कि बैट्समैन जो थे ना वो खौफजदा हो जाते थे कि अभी आई ऊपर से एक चीज. So there you go. So we had to make you do
Simon
that.
has almost learned most of the Urdu, and he can really well communicate with the staff and with all of us here.
And all the bad words too.
And all the bad.
Important. In fact, you know, you start.
You have to tell us who
Yes.
was that one person who has taught you all that.
Why do you have to put them on the spot
Well,
here?
Curtly and I were talking this morning. Actually, we believe in what happens on the field stays on the field. So I won't share that with you just yet. But that's part of the fabric of our game. That when we tour to places like Pakistan, you know, the local culture, the local food, being able to adapt to the different conditions and the pitches and the crowds. That's part of the challenge, if you like, of Test cricket and playing or umpiring away from home.
Simon,
Right.
and
Okay, I have a question, and I'm very curious.
the one that we were discussing in the morning.
Yes. You know, when Pakistan and India play, that's a huge game for the whole subcontinent.
I did that first
and
series back
then
here.
there is when England and Australia play. So if you are umpiring, which would be more difficult for you, a Pakistan-India match or an England?
Well, given my
Australia?
passport, I can't officiate an Ashes series because I'm Australian.
Yes.
But my Ashes is when India play Pakistan.
Yes,
And
that's big enough too.
That first series back in here, late 2003, early 2004, after so many years where India and Pakistan hadn't played, and then doing a test match here in Karachi or that one-day game here in Karachi, and the crowd's going ballistic, and it's almost like World War III.
Yes, absolutely.
you
There's
can't
nothing
hear
like
a thing.
Challenging
that.
in that scenario.
Well, to be honest, the players are okay. The players are really easy and fun to work with because they're under as much pressure as we are. Most of the things that are, you know, pressurised are outside of the boundary. It's the media, it's the spectators, it's the battle. But for us, it's about normal stuff. It's about bat versus ball and just embracing the challenge.
And for millions of people, it is actually a battleground because the decisions have impact. You know, whatever decisions you guys would
it
make.
is the most watched television program in the
sporting
world.
event.
And sporting event in
Pakistan,
the history of television.
Yeah, so whether it's that series or whether it's doing India-Pakistan 2011 Mohali semi-final and trying to get through those sorts of contests, it really is, you know, a real battle for us to actually get through it as a team.
Absolutely. I'm very curious to know, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but T20 format. Have you guys played? It came much after, right?
No, I've never played. T20 came.
How do you feel about it, though?
I do like T20. I mean, it's exciting. You know, everyone seems to gravitate towards it. But for me, I'm a purist. I prefer Test cricket. You know, nothing wrong with T20 because it has a part to play. But if you ask me which form I prefer, it's Test cricket.
Test cricket.
T20 cricket's exciting. It brings a different audience to the game. It brings boys and girls and also mums into the game because they love it. My first experience was the 2007 T20 World Cup in South Africa. That's the first time I officiated a T20 match, was actually on the international stage. But its special place in our game is that it brings new audiences, new age groups, new demographics into the game. It generates a lot of revenue for our sport, which hopefully we then can put into Test cricket and other forms of the game. But it's exciting, it's fast food.
Since we are talking about different forms of the cricket.
From an umpiring point of view, I'm going to ask Barry, how is it?
From commentating point of view.
Exactly, and also commentating point of view, commentating for a T20 match and for a Test match.
For the whole day.
For the whole day.
The thing about a T20 is that you tend to talk less junk. In a Test cricket game, you tend to talk things that are not necessarily cricket. You talk about food and who's kicked into the box, and you've got a lot of downtime to actually not talk cricket, and that sometimes takes away from the actual game. In a T20, it's action-packed, so you're always forced to be focusing on the match. And for me as a commentator, I perhaps prefer that. But I prefer Test cricket overall. But in terms of actually commentating, T20, I love commentating in T20s because you're always forced to bring out your adjectives. You're always forced to let the crowd at home who are listening or watching understand that this is something exciting happening.
And having some fun. There is a different kind of energy.
And you know, the way you're speaking.
That's right. There's a
very
different kind of energy there.
kind of commentating.
But I mean, in Test cricket, you always get a chance to bring up stats, which I think a lot of purists like Sir Curtly and Kashif would enjoy listening to and hearing about. So you get a chance to have a sense of nostalgia and capture what cricket really has been about. From
Very
the Bradman days right through. So, I mean, they all have their forms in terms of commentary. They all have their forms and they all have their purposes. So I like, watch cricket, I guess I love it, but T20 is exciting to actually work with.
Right? Well, this time around T20 it is, because that is our format for PSL.
अच्छा, डॉक्टर काशिफ हमारे साथ हैं. डॉक्टर काशिफ, अगेन हम आपको शुक्रिया इसलिए अदा करना चाहेंगे. आप पाकिस्तान के लिए वैसे तो बहुत कुछ करते हैं, लेकिन इस दफ़ा ये इन लोगों को लेके आए हैं, आपने हमारी डबल ट्रीट कर दी है. तो इनके साथ प्लान क्या है?
देखिए, सबसे पहली बात तो ये कि I would like, I mean, if I'm going to speak in English because I want them to listen to me.
Certainly you can.
Sir Curtly Ambrose has been my hero. I grew up watching him, and it is when I shook his hand, I was like literally shivering. I had chills and goosebumps. The same guy who I watched on TV for so many years is standing next to me. But what I really want to thank is this gentleman. The reason for that, he was involved in that dreadful incident that took place 11 years ago. And when he comes back to Pakistan and he takes a picture on the soil of Pakistan, the moment he stepped onto the soil of Pakistan, the message is sent like a current to 6 billion people across the globe that this Pakistan is no less than any place else in the world.
Zabardast.
Pakistanis love cricket. Pakistani loves humanity. Yeah, there are good and bad people everywhere, anywhere in the world. But now we are ruled by the right people, and we know how to handle the bad ones.
And so we have handled it.
Exactly. For the past 11 years, we have handled it, and we're going to change the history for better. And I want to thank on this platform, in front of millions of people watching this, thank you, sir, and thank you all of you, Mr. Sir Curtly Ambrose. People are dying to see you on the streets again in Karachi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we're probably going to take him to the streets.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do street cricket.
Okay, this time, thank you sounds like it's a goodbye.